We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. On to get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Now Dion Lewis to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
On to it on the stop.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're going to just roam and hit.
He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Now Jones on first down. It's complete to Golden T. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
That's another.
And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
It's a gain of
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
12 yards there and a first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off play action. Jones. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Bud Dupree leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun, Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Big bet on the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
A good carry and a 1st down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2008...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Barkley, the ball.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. We also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the punt, they have a long way to go if they want to tie this football game.
And when you say a long way to go, you mean the full 99 yards backed up almost as far as you can be. And they also have to be aware that the defense is going to come after them. A lot of defense will blitz and attack in this situation, hoping to cause a little bit of havoc.
6 at the 5-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of
There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Giants 7, Steelers 0.
On second down now, it's Connor. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards the pickup there.
Good catch there by Eric Ebron, and the Steelers are hoping that they see the 2018 version of this young man. 66 catch, 750 yards, and 13 touchdowns. And that was good enough for second in the league with the Indianapolis Colts. The Steelers like to throw to the tight end. They hope Ebron is the guy.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Steelers.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Connor. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Justin Cole.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
the receiver still gets a point there, yeah. And you went that far back, no bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the 24, Jones, rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree, his second sack of the night.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
50-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to Connor. 36 yards on the play.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the... And Ben goes down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Over the middle, complete to Tate. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Here's Jones looking to throw on second down. It's brought in left side by Tate. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. A give to Barkley out of the gun, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
A 38-yard attempt.
And Gano is going to miss this one left. Oh, it's no good for Gano. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
With the score.
So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
It's a pick.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Roethlisberger. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Pittsburgh.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown.
James Conner taking it in. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here's Lewis. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. And this is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
He's brought down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Jones throw on target to Shepard. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first down, Barkley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Cameron Hayward.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Jones off the play fake. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. But now it's third and goal.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Well, let's see where they turn on third and goal from the 5. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on fourth and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Gano's kick is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
Concrete.
toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Down Steelers.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First down.
Now Roethlisberger on first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, now this from 43. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They got to get it the least. A 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Listen back. Listen back.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And if the Steelers can convert the extra point, they will have the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On the run, it's Barkley. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through three quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, Barkley, and he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
4-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. A handoff to Barkley, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This for the lead in the final stages. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Pick up at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Staying on the ground with Samuels. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Their own 3-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 2-yard
Jones now to throw from his end zone. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Let's make these babies cry.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
Brings up
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing Week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. It's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for Pittsburgh, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Bye.